What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And get your popcorn, get your drink, because we're about to spit some motivation right now. So, this topic has really been on my mind because I want to talk about you have to let yourself go. And what I mean by this, sometimes you do have to let yourself go. Sometimes you basically have to get to your breaking point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to change. To truly value the point where you're at now. And what I mean by this is, man, like whether if you lose yourself in a relationship or you just lose yourself in general, you have to let yourself go sometimes. Because I think whenever we put all this energy into some people, we start to lose ourselves because we have these people on a pedestal. And let me tell you something, my friend, that will never fulfill your heart. It will never fulfill your heart because when you put all your energy into somebody, you're not putting that energy back into yourself. And that's not fair to you. So I think it's important if you are dating somebody, you have to set boundaries. You have to basically communicate with them, okay? Because a good partner is not going to let you lose yourself. They're always going to push you. They're always going to tell you to do better. They're always going to tell you basically to become the best you. And honestly, help you become the best you. Obviously, you have to do it yourself. But I think when you're with somebody that can actually just help you sprout even more, dude, that's such a blessing. There are going to be times and there's going to be some relationships where you just lose yourself, and that's only for you to blame, because if you're putting all your energy into that one person, it's just how it is. Or even not in a relationship, if something like traumatic happened, if you're going through addictions and you're just like doing things that are basically killing you mentally and physically, you're going to lose yourself too. I've had times in my life where I've lost myself multiple times, but then I've regrouped and just bounced back. And it's a continuous pattern that's going to keep happening, because there's going to be things in life that are going to break you. And there's going to be times where you feel lost. There's going to be times where you don't know where to go. And sometimes the best place to go is just prayer and asking God, well, okay, where do I go? And we always expect an answer at first, but that's just not how it works. God will provide. He will show you what is needed to be shown. But you have to open up your eyes and you have to open up your ears for it. Because sometimes the Holy Spirit speaks through us, but we just are so stubborn we don't want to listen to it. So come to terms with that. Understand, God's always speaking to you. When you're praying, He's always listening. And He's always watching too. So the beauty of it is you have to let yourself go. And sometimes when you let yourself go, you can find such beautiful things in that struggle, in that storm, Because God will always be there to pick you up. God will always be there to guide you. You just have to let Him. Drop the ego. You just have to let Him. Let go. Because, we always try to take control of things. Relationships, people, certain scenarios that happen. Say if somebody passed away in your family or somebody passed away you love. You play the game like, oh, well, I want to fix this. Why is this happening? And it's like, we don't have control over that, man. It's literally just life. It's just how it is. Because one day your parents are not going to be here. One day you're not going to be here. All the people that you love are not going to be here. So I think when you come to the realization of that, man, spend time with your loved ones. Tell your loved ones how grateful you are for them. Tell them that you love them. Give them a hug. Because they're not going to be here forever. And then when that moment does come, if you haven't talked to them, you're going to realize it's too late. You're going to have that grief, and it's going to be heavy on your mind. You may not think at the time it will, but it will. Because the memories of you used to hang out with them, the interactions, the way that they made you feel, that's going to come flooding whenever they do pass away. So I want to challenge you, if you're in a place where you are holding a grudge against somebody, if you hate somebody in your family, if you basically have bitterness in your heart about somebody, even if they've done you wrong, we have to forgive them at times. I mean, whatever that situation may be, you can keep them at arm's length. You don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to be, hanging out every day, but just forgive them. Take that weight off your shoulders because it no longer serves you anymore. If somebody hurts you, that's not your problem. But we carry it on our backs like it is. And then it makes our whole story. Well, they hurt me, so I'm going to act like this. Or they hurt me, that's why I act like this. And are you going to keep reliving the story of that? Is that fair? Is it really fair? It's not. So I challenge you, pick at your brain a little bit. That's why I love reflection so much. Meditate. When you go to bed, don't turn on the TV. Sit there with your thoughts. Pray about it. Connect with the higher power, the Most High. Connect with Him. pray to him, because that's the times that he comes out the most, believe it or not. So like, just be patient. You're not going to have the answers all right away, and they're not going to come in a day. They could take months, they could take years. But then you'll realize, you know what? This is what I've been waiting for. But the main topic, you do have to lose yourself sometimes, man, and it's okay. It's okay. Go through these emotions. Go through the sadness, go through the anger, go through the grief. But don't display it on people that didn't cut you, because they have no control over that. So just at ease with yourself, okay? Let it go. This is a time where you can basically start a new chapter and write a new chapter. You don't have to keep reliving that same pattern, that same chapter. You know, if your parents hurt you, if your friends hurt you, if your past relationships hurt you, hey, things happen. People change, and sometimes we have this image of people in our brains that hurt us, and they could be a changed person. So if you're willing to let go, if you're willing to forgive, you'll start to notice that life gets a little bit easier. You don't have that bitterness in your heart anymore.